Boom, good morning, Ooh. Afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. Actually, I've managed to get everything working this time for a change. Yay, no more technical hiccups, I hope. Anyway, how's it going? Good to see you all. Welcome. Thank you for joining me for another JCH AMA. And ask me anything, please. You're welcome to. Questions. I put up stuff that you're welcome to ask me about, my book, anything else really. So yeah, feel free. Tell me where you're from, and I'll start going. I'll get going. Hey, what's up? Good morning. So JR Photography. Morning. Cheers from Costa Rica, Salva. Hello from Boston. Hey, Costa Rica, brilliant. Boston. B, where can I get a signed copy of your book? We'll get to that. We will get to that later. Actually, I'm going to be mentioning about that. Good morning from Guangzhou. Oh, cool, man. Hey, what's up? Hello from Mexico. Mexico, Colombia. This is international. This is brilliant. I love this. Like, speaking to people from all over the world. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm humbled that you would want to watch and listen to little old me bitch and moan. So let's see if I can answer some of your questions as well. Oh, hello from beautiful British Columbia, Maple Ridge. What's up, Maple Ridge, man? You always tell me about that place. It always makes me think maple syrup. Okay, right. Where should I go in Tokyo to buy camera film with the most vitation? Right, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like the best prices or the best selection? There aren't really many places. Yodobashi camera kind of sucks. Let's see. Lemon kind of sucks. Champ camera, I guess that's in Kawasaki. They've got like a huge selection of stuff, of film. Probably the best place to go and have a look. Ew, my glasses are filthy. Let me just take care of that for a second. Bit shameful. There we go. And yeah, probably Champ camera is the best bet, but prices for film in Japan are pretty crazy, especially for stuff like Kodak and anything from overseas. Basically, it sucks right now, unfortunately. Hey, from Michigan, what's up? Hey, Diego Queiroz from Brazil. Man, that's cool. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. LA. Oh, what's up, LA? I know this is out of the norm. Like a Q2 versus M9. I've not shot a Q2, and I've only shot an M9 a couple of times, a very long time ago. So I would say possibly the Q2, maybe. But I'm not really well versed on that. So it would have to be, probably the M9. I don't know. Oh, this guy's doing it again. Right, let's see. Okay, hey, Judo from San Francisco. What's up? Hey. What is this I hear about Street Pang being discontinued? Yeah, I've got some bad-ish. It's not discontinued. I don't want it to be discontinued. I can't afford to make any more of it, basically. The manufacturer decided to up their price, which I thought was pretty not cool at all. Followed by the Japanese yen basically collapsing against the euro and foreign currency. Well, not collapsing, but becoming very weak. So my purchasing power became nothing, and it would have made the cost for me to make roll of Street Pang 40% to 50% more expensive. And, obviously I'd have to pass that on to the customer, and I just don't feel right doing that. It's a black and white film. I like it. It's my black and white film. But I don't think that it's worth that much money, and I don't want people to pay that much money for what is a black and white film. There's loads of them on the market. So I felt that it wasn't fair. So at the moment, it's on ice. I would hope to revive it, but for the moment now, it's on ice. I don't have any more. I've got a few rolls for myself and for friends, and when people visit and stuff, but that's it really. Sorry. But I don't see it as a huge loss. I never made any money on Street Pan anyway. Um, it did what it was meant to do, and that was to get people, put a fire up people's asses and get people excited about shooting film again, and show people the possibilities of what can be on the market. And I think it did that very well, because now you see lots of cool film brands out there. So yeah, I think it was a success in its own way. I'd like to bring it back. I like it, but we'll see. We'll see. Sorry. Why would you do this to me? I'm not trying to do it to you. Seriously, it costs so much money to make, and now that the price has gone up by an exponential amount, it's just impossible. It's impossible. By the time I get the film, I've already lost money. And I don't want to go bankrupt. Sorry. Woohoo! Work just ended for you, and you just popped up. Excellent timing. Hello from San Francisco. What's up, San Francisco? John Tazbaz. I miss San Francisco. I love that place. Are the improvements included in the Nikon F3 press worth the original cost of the OG Nikon F3? I mean, probably not. In nowadays. At the time, yeah, when that camera came out, oh yes, absolutely, for sure. It was a workhorse, and it was designed to be put into tough environments, hence the weather sealing, the larger knobs, grips, and and shutter release, so that you could use it whilst wearing gloves, the hot shoe on the finder, that sort of thing. I mean, it was meant to be a working camera. Nowadays, probably not, because it makes no difference. They're both pretty much the same thing. But I like the press more anyway. I'd rather have a press. There you go. I like having the bigger grips and bigger buttons. Ever found NASA cameras for sale? Yeah. Yeah, funnily enough, yeah, I have. Long time ago, I found one particular Hasselblad that was used as development for one of their space programs. And at the moment, and I can't show it to you unfortunately because it's not here, I have on the site a NASA replica of the SWC, which is one of only, I think, 5 that have ever been recorded, and it's a replica of the SWC that was taken to space. And you can see that on the website now. There's an article about it, and I am actually selling it for the owner as well. So if you really want to see a NASA camera, yeah, I've got one on the site. Go and check it out. When will Street Pan be available again? I don't know, unless somebody can turn me into a millionaire. I mean, straight up, if I was like loaded, if I was a millionaire, if I, if I won the lottery, I don't know, this is the only chance of me becoming a millionaire. But if I had the money, I would just put it out there, just for the sake of putting it out. I would make it, even if it cost me money. I would, because I want people to have it, but I don't have the money, so. Unless it's just temporarily not available. Hey, greetings from Montreal. What's up, Montreal? Hope you're staying warm. Hi, bro, Lewis O in California. Love my R8. Glad to hear that. Yeah, R8s are great, aren't they? I'm going to Tokyo next week. Is there any way I can get a copy of your book? Unfortunately not. I don't think the stores here have it in stock yet. From what I'm aware, like Kinokuniya and those bookshops, it's on order at the moment. I'm not sure if they actually have it in stock. I know that some stores in the US and Europe are starting to get it in stock, but I think for the most part it's still online. So, greetings from Mexico City. No, I love Street Pan. Yeah, me too. I love Street Pan too. I know. Okay, man. I'm sorry for the tough question. Still love you, and there's an inspiration nonetheless. Thanks for all you've given this community. Not at all. I'm happy to answer it. I want to be candid about what happens and what's happened. I would love to go into more detail. I can't, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I'd like, hopefully, that we can revive Street Pan again at some point. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, but if I became a millionaire, yeah, I'd do it. No, it's not down. Don't worry about it. There's plenty of cool things. With what's happening with the yen, are you considering fleeing back home? No, absolutely not. No, because I don't see it any better there. I see the quality of quality of life, standard of living better here than I would have back home. So no, not for the, and I've got roots here. I've been here a long time. It's not something you can just up and leave. So yeah, I was going to order everything B&H has left of it. Nice. Just received 4 rolls from B&H. Thanks, Steve. I hope you like. Well, I know you like it. I've seen you shoot it. Hey, Bellamy from Roppongi. Hey, Steph. What's up, man? Any favorite photography spot? Day trip from Osaka. I never go to Osaka. I haven't been. The last time I was in Osaka was like 6 years ago, easily. Pre-pandemic, for sure. I never go there. It's weird. I just don't go there. It's like living in the UK, living in London, and like never going to Manchester ever. You know, weird, but that's how it is. It's just a pain to get to, and well, it's not pain, but you know, it costs money and time, and so yeah, I don't really know any photography spots in Osaka. Sorry. I'm saving for a new 6x6 camera. Currently debating between a Bronica S2 or a Pentacon 6. Would you make some recommendations? How the lenses for these systems comparing to each other? Personally, I like the Pentacon more than the Bronica. But the Bronica, for what it's worth, is a very good camera for the money. Good value, great lenses. The Pentacon has really great lenses, but, and there is a caveat there, Pentacon is a lot easier to break and a lot harder to fix. So I think I'd go with the Bronica myself. Okay, is it safe to purchase film cameras from eBay? Hey, roll those dice, man. I don't use it. That should tell you enough. Greetings from Indianapolis. Your book was excellent. Saying hello and wishing you well. So, the book. Here it is. The book is here. Thank you to Chronicle, Chroma, for giving me this opportunity. The book is actually finally here. People are getting copies of their book now. If you pre-ordered, you should have received or will be receiving your copy soon. And apparently now, from what I've seen on Amazon and stuff like that, you can actually get it within 3 days now, or 2 days or whatever, if you're in Europe and the States, I believe. Even in Japan, I can have it within a week. So like number 3 in photography books as well, which is cool. So thank you. Really appreciate it. If you want to ask any questions about this, feel free. And Iceland, yes, I will be selling signed copies of this on my site. I think I'm going to start doing it this week. I will share the link online. When I do, I will be selling signed copies of this. So I hope you enjoy it. Go out and get yourself a copy. It's quite lovely. I like the pictures in it. And, you know, it took a long time and put a lot of effort into it. And a lot of people helped me make it as well. So yes, please go and get yourself a copy. Ask your local bookstore as well. Don't just go and jump on Amazon. I know it's cool to get the Amazon ratings and stuff, but you don't have to just go there. You can go to your local bookstore, because always support local business. Yes. Right. So, yeah, let's go. Good morning, buddy. Greetings from Bangkok. Hey, Plam. Hope you're doing well, mate. I'm all right. I'm getting better. My leg's still a bit of a mess. It's getting better, though. I am able to walk now. So, okay, right. One out of the door. You know, we've got my film, you know, Street Pound not coming anymore, but I got something in the post the other day. I got some of this. I got some Lucky film from China, and this is, let's see, Lucky SHD 100 and SHD 400. Thank you very much to Lucky Film for this. I'm really looking forward to shooting with this and seeing what it's like. It, from what I understand, ex-Kodak factory in China are now making their own film. So we've got black and white, and I'm led to understand that there's going to be a colour film coming in the new year, which will be the cheapest colour film on the market. I believe these are some of the cheapest black and white films on the market, and not messing around. They're actually, you know, they've put the quality in. Now the 100 comes in a metal canister, which is brilliant, fantastic, especially for the labs, because they do like those. The 400 comes in these plastic, you know, reloadable or whatever canisters. Now, I'm not a huge fan of those, and I know a lot of labs don't like them. I have mentioned this to Lucky and said you might want to consider. Hopefully it's something they will. But yeah, I'm really excited to shoot this stuff. So thank you very much, Lucky, for this. and it's another film option for us all, which is brilliant. We do love another film option. Yay, Sergio! Congrats on the book. Hope you're recovering well. I am getting better. Certainly a lot less grumpy than I was last week. I was a right miserable sod last week. Just everything was going wrong. It was a nightmare. I feel a lot better this week. Thank you. Any opinion on the new Typog Chimera M mount lenses from China? Hard to tell with the paid reviews. Right. So yes, interesting. You mentioned paid reviews, right? I asked Typog for one of those lenses. They wouldn't send me one. Yeah, wouldn't send me one because they knew I would actually give my honest opinion on it, I believe. I also asked them if I could be a dealer for them, and they said no. So I have never actually seen one of those lenses in the flesh, or in the steel, or in the metal, as it were, or glass, whatever. So that tells me enough I need to know. You know, I would have sent the lens back if they asked me to. I don't want to keep it. I'm not looking for a freebie. I just wanted to check it out. They wouldn't even give me the courtesy of that. So, you know, yeah, I've heard issues with them. Apparently there was something to do with the way the lens is shaped, and on M3s, I believe, and M2s, it was not able, or mainly M3, not able to release the lens because it bumps into the lens release cover. So yeah, don't know anything about those really. Looks cool, but then lots of things look cool online, especially if you go and look at wish.com or something like that, or, you know, Temu or whatever it's called, you know. Good grief. So, hey, MTing, Bellamy, hope you're having a great day. I'm having a pretty good day, even though it's raining. Do you have any experience with classic electronic Nikon SLRs, thinking on FE, FE2? Yeah, I do. I have an FE2 of my own. I love them, but I also have this issue that because they're electronic, they're a lot easier to nowadays break and a lot harder to fix. In fact, my FE2 is pretty much stuffed, and yeah, it's probably never going to work again. I can't find anyone to fix it. So I tend to prefer the manual, you know, ones over the electronic ones myself. They look awesome, but for the money, I could just get a Voigtlander and be happy. Exactly. Voigtlander, tried and true and tested. Zeiss, tried and true and tested. You know, they make excellent lenses. We know they make excellent lenses. The quality is good. Their aftercare service is good. You know, I'm a little bit concerned, but that some of these, you know, some of these lens manufacturers are a little bit sort of just fly by night. I don't know. I haven't seen the quality of their stuff. The only one I've seen is a TT Artisans, and a Light Lens Lab. TT Artisans was good. It was cheap, very, very cheap. And you could see that in the way it was made. And the Light Lens Lab wasn't cheap. The quality was okay. Glass was pretty good. Aftercare and after sales service was non-existent. And again, another one I tried to be a dealer for. I tried to ask them if I could sell lenses and just got nothing from them. So yeah, I think they kind of have a network that they want to deal with, and they don't want to deal with anyone else. And that's that, I guess. I'm trying Lucky on 4x5, a bit lower quality comparing to Arista FOMO, but usable, I think. So, I mean, yeah, I think this is probably still early stages as well, because they had to develop this one pretty much from scratch, from what I understand. They were making film for Kodak, and then and they were making a lot of film for Kodak. Yeah, I mean, I've got a letter from them. And they were making a ton of film for Kodak, and then Kodak withdrew that, and so they had to sort of, we've got this factory, you know, why don't we make something? Which reminds me, I also heard from Ferrania, of all people, and heard some interesting news from Ferrania. Turns out that, yeah, the old bosses were a bit on the old grift kind of thing, and walked away with a lot of cash. And so Ferrania has quietly been plugging away under new leadership, trying to actually gain people's faith and trust back, and working on that, which is interesting because I tried some of their P45 and I've tried their P30 film. Really, really, really like those films. So I'm really hoping that Ferrania can sort of pull themselves out of what it seems like just a whole bunch of horrible bastards who've just seen an opportunity to take some money out of something, you know, something good at the expense of other people. And that is so often the case, isn't it? Isn't it? Right? Okay. Analog Archives. Pre-ordered your book from Italy. The day one. Amazon says it will arrive for Christmas. Can't wait. I hope it arrives soon. I hope it arrives in time for Christmas. Speaking of things that have arrived, I got a package. I don't know what's in it. I do know it's come from Hong Kong. Let's have a look. It's come from Kex Camera, from what I understand. Oh, thank you, FedEx, for making these so easy to open. I should have brought some scissors with me. Yeah, it's come from Kex by the looks of things. So Kex have sent me something to have a look at, and so I complain about, or I say things about, some of these companies, but there are some great companies out there who do want honest reviews. They want feedback about their products instead of just wanting like a kiss-ass review. And Kex is one of these companies. They actually want feedback from people like myself, which is cool because they want to develop new products. So let's have a look. What have we got? Ooh, we got the new KF01 KX Flash. Now, I'm not being paid for this. I haven't even tried it. Let's have a look. Can't even get it open. It comes with it's an aluminium flash. Has a recycle time of between 4 and 8 seconds. Batteries, warranty 12 months. Well, there's got 12-month warranty on it. Fancy that. And not the easiest box to get open. Best point and shoot camera. Good question. I personally like this. The Konica Genba Kantoku. But then some people, we'll get it open in the end, won't we? Get it open in the end. Some people like this. The Contax T2. They say this is the best. I don't know. It's subjective. There is no best, I think. I think the one that you've got is the best. But there you go. Let's see. Oh, this is nice. Wow, that's nice. Me likey. Okay, thank you very much, Kex. I haven't got any batteries in it. This looks like the old Contax Flash, which was great stuff. So yeah, very simple, looks really easy to use. I'm going to have to try that out later and I'll get back to you and let you know how it goes. But this, the Kex KF01 Flash, thank you very much, Kex. I will check it out and tell people what I think. Real simple stuff, well made by the looks of things. I like the way it's been put together so far. First impressions, very good. So yes, check that out. I'll put a link to that down in the what's it later on. Let's see, who else? Best point, did that one. Tell us secret plans for 2025 and beyond for at JCH. Lol. Trying to survive for 2025. I just wrote a book. I'm hoping that I can get a bit of a rest for a while. I'd like to actually I'd like to go on a book tour in 2025. I'd like to go and show people the book if I can, and talk about the book and maybe inspire a few people, because I feel like it's a nice book and I put a lot of effort into it and I really want people to enjoy it. And it's nice to talk to people about it as well. When I did the event in Thailand, it was really, really cool to just talk to people about the books. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do in 2025. If you guys buy it, then I can. The more of you that buy it, the more I can. I'm looking for a specific focusing screen for the Pentax LX, the SA37 full microprism. Ever seen one? I can't say I have. I don't generally look for that stuff. Not easiest stuff to find, unfortunately. I don't do a lot of sourcing for accessories nowadays because it's hard to find. I still source cameras and I still source lenses. If you're looking for something, you can always hit me up. And I am Japan camera hunter. I can hunt for a camera for you. I still do that. I hope you spoke well of the cameras I have in the collection. Well, you never know. I don't think I spoke poorly of any of the cameras in here. I think I like them all fairly. Well, that's why they're in the book. So, and speaking of cameras and whatnot, I do have a bunch of stuff that has just come in for sale. I showed you this T2. That's on the site now. This one's in pretty good shape. It's got a few dings on it, but as you can hear, if you give it a listen, those motors sound fantastic. So really, really good. Finder's lovely as well. Finder's nice. And it's got the strap in the case. I've got one of those just come in. If you are looking for a camera for Christmas, hit me up. This just came in. I'm still trying to figure out pricing on it. An absolutely gorgeous W67. Just, what a camera. I mean, this one's had some use, but it's still ticking. So going to figure that one out. That'll be on the site. And if anybody's looking for something kind of rare, first batch of the M6 Lights M6. So this is one of the very first M6s made, within the first, I think, 400 or less. So first batch M6, anyone come get it. Ooh, and actually, you know, I say there's no best point and shoot, but in terms of a lens, I would say this probably is the best. The TC1 Minolta. The lens in this thing it's incredible. I mean, the camera itself is a bit of a pig to use. The finder's tiny, it's fiddly. It's got this beautiful circular aperture, but the lens, oh my goodness, what a lens. Available on site too. Yes, so come and get it. I will sell myself on the streets of Japan if you pay me from your stash of street pan. Give me a place to sleep and a rapid winder for my MP black paint in exchange for helping you survive. I hope you're a cute lady, because otherwise you're not going to get much luck on the streets of Japan, I'm afraid, dude. Yeah, they're cracking down on that too, because I thought about it. And then, as my wife pointed out, you're trying to make money, not make people sick. So yeah, fair enough. I also got this. This has come in. Oh, a lovely roller cord. This one's pretty as well. Very nice shape. Got loads of stuff in, actually. More than I can shake a stick at. Including a whole bunch of 50mm Leica lenses, a Sumaret, an Elmar, and a collapsible Cinechron. All available now, all on the site now, so you can come and get them. Good prices too. And if you ask nicely, I might even give you free shipping. Who knows? If I'm in a good mood. So it depends on the item, obviously. Some things I can't. But just hit me up if you're looking for something. Araki used a TC1. He did. Like a bit. A rapid winder, man. I'd love a rapid winder. Tom Epsom rapid winder, amazing. I wish I had one. Do you know if anyone in Japan could repair a 28 Ti autofocus? Mine works perfectly since forever, but recently the AF died. I don't know anybody who repairs that camera, like, at all, which is a real shame because they're lovely cameras. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't know anyone who repairs the 28 or the 35 Ti. If you do know somebody, drop, mention in the comments or something. It'd be really nice. It could help somebody. Can you crank and fire the shutter of this M6? I want to hear. Sure. Hold on. Let's get you there. It's in nice shape. Meter's working too, as well, which is even a double bonus. So yeah, and original strap as well. 1980s in the house. So you want yourself an original first batch M6, that's something pretty special. Come and have a look. It's on the website now. Okay, let's see. Where is the Pentax 17? Haven't got one. Won't have one. Unlikely I will have one. Unless somebody brings one in for me to sell. I'm not personally interested in buying one. And Pentax not personally interested in dealing with me, and I know why. So yeah, oh well, no Pentax 17 for me. Sorry. So let's see. Is there a review or resource that breaks down the reasons for the different Leica 50s? I see 50 and it's just a 50. People swear by the different models like collapsible. Yes. Leica Compendium is one good one. But there's lots of good resources online that go over the different 50s, the different Leica 50s. You know, the older ones, the Elmar, you know, it's slower, it's 2.8, whereas the Summicron is a 2. And there's lots of different versions of the Summicron. Each one have different characteristics and different performance. Summerit, again, is one of the older lenses. They're different, you know, they're different lens designs. So, excuse me. So different performance, and age comes into it, different coatings, all of this sort of thing. But yes, there's loads. I've got stuff on my site, but there's loads of sites that are good for this. Let's see. Since I'm not using 28 Ti anymore, I'm thinking of rehousing the lens to M mount, but I don't know anyone who could do it. Well, neither do I, unfortunately, because Miyazaki has now stopped doing that. I can't have lenses converted anymore, which is a real shame because I used to get, I used to get it done a lot. Those are the breaks. But he is coming out with a new lens. Yes, there is going to be a new Miyazaki MS Optics lens, and that will come next month, which he's been saying for the last 3 months, so who knows. But it's supposed to come next month, and it will be a 50mm, and unusually it's going to be a 50mm 3.5. Now, that is interesting because that is very reminiscent of one of his early lenses, this lens. Now, this is one of my personal lenses from my collection, and I kept it because I liked it so much. And this is a 50mm 3.5. This is the Apoqualia. The Apoqualia collapsible, except this one's a special one I had made for me. This one's an MS mode. This is how old this is. And this one doesn't collapse because I didn't want it to be collapsible. I think this is one of the best lenses he ever made in terms of optical performance. I really enjoy it, which is why I kept it. So, yes, but it looks like this new lens of his is going to be reminiscent of that one, which will be cool. It would be nice to have a lens like that. Let's see, is Rollei still making camera? Is the new Rollei 35 made by them? It is not. Rollei is not making cameras. Rollei is now just a brand name. The cameras are manufactured by Mint in Hong Kong by the lovely Gary and his team. Great camera, but yes, they're not made by... Rollei is not the same as it used to be. It's not the company it used to be. Now it's just kind of like Polaroid. It's just a name, a brand. Ever come across a Widelux 1500? Yeah. Sure thing, man. I have done. Yeah, several times. Absolutely beautiful. Huge, great things as well. Haven't seen one lately, but yes, lovely cameras. I'm surprised by how good the Pentax 17 image quality is. I haven't tried it, so I couldn't say. I was not expecting it to be bad, but it's really good. M11 black paint coming out tomorrow. What do you think? Don't care. It's digital. Don't care. Honestly, don't care. I reached out to Leica recently because I hadn't been getting any press releases or nothing, and I said, hey, you know, it'd be cool if you could send me a press release. Is there something, you know, for your new film camera releases, or special editions or something like that? Got no response, so I guess I'm on the naughty list with Leica. So yeah, I don't really care about you know, the digital stuff. They're very capable cameras, but I think making one black paint is just a bit silly because, you know, these things aren't going to last forever. You're thinking it's going to get brassed up, and it's not, because by the time it's got brassed up, it's not ever working again, and they've stopped repairing them and stuff. And I've seen people take sandpaper to their black paint, like their M9Ps and stuff like that, or their M10s, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. You do you, man. If that's what you want to do, you do you. But I prefer letting it happen naturally, you know. Let's see. Nice. Hola, Timano, saludos. Oh, thank you so much. I wish I spoke Spanish, but thank you very, very, very much. Of all the cameras that are coming out with the modern touches, it needs to be better for the love of God and be affordable. I would love a better. Great cameras. It would be nice to have one of those. Yeah. Any word on the Pentax 17? Been over this lots. Been over this lots and lots and lots and lots. I won't be getting one. I will not be reviewing one. I am not interested. You know, whatever. I helped them out. They didn't want help. So, fair enough. Fine. I'm quite happy to talk about the Mint Roll-Eye. That's a great camera. So, yeah, there's a reason why the 17 sits unsold on the shelves in Tokyo. Anyway. What else? I had some other stuff to say. I even wrote it down because I'm trying to be a responsible adult. New items, yeah, did all of that. The TC1, the new thing, the new cameras for sale in the shop. We've got loads of new cameras for sale, loads of new lenses for sale in the shop. So, yeah, if you're looking for something, if you need a camera, if you need something like that, come and check it out. Also, if you just want to come and read reviews, we've got tons of them on the site for different cameras, or, you know, just come and have a look. What else? Yes, I'm going to be putting up the book on the site as signed copies in the next couple of days. There won't be many, unfortunately. I don't have an endless supply of the book, so initially it'll only be about 15 copies, I think, and we'll see how that goes and see if I can get some more. Is there a darkroom community in Japan? Yes, there is. I'm not part of it, I don't think. Well, I mean, there's dark rooms here. There's rental dark rooms, and I do know that there is a community. But I don't go to the dark. I don't have time. It's just finding the time to do stuff like that. I'm kind of envisaging it being my retirement if I ever get to have one, you know. So yeah, but I know there is one. Mainly is Japanese, so it is in Japanese. I know that there is a small little clique of Westerners or foreigners also doing it, but it's mainly in Japanese. Is that Fuji Crystal you posted on IG going to be for sale? Sorry, it already sold. Sold immediately. Sold as soon as I got it on the site. I do have another one for sale, but it's a different condition Crystal. The one I sold was very, very used. It had, you know, really beautiful patina to it. The one I've got for sale is mint. It is like it's never been on a camera. So, and consequently, the price is like three times the price of the other one. So, yes, I do have one. Though you might not like the price. How much is your MP6? I have no idea, actually. It's not for sale, that's for sure. I've seen them selling, or I've seen sites or auctions selling the bodies for $25,000 now. And that doesn't include the lens or the winder or any of that. You know, I've got the VIT and stuff like that. But yes, quite a lot of money, which makes me a little bit nervous about taking it out nowadays, you know. So yeah, which defeats the purpose, doesn't it? In a way, I don't want it to be a shelf queen. I want to use it. It's meant to be used, but at the same time, it's not like it's going to get nicked here. Nobody's going to rob me for a camera in Japan, but I don't think I'll be taking it overseas anytime soon. Okay. Let's see. Got a Contax RTS2, even though the battery is new, it seems to get drained fast. Is that normal? Yes, it can be, unfortunately. That is one of the issues the RTS suffers from, and unfortunately, I don't know of anywhere that can repair them. Sorry about that. So, next question was, what do the books run again? Need to set it aside. So, in US dollars, if you're just getting a regular copy of the book from Amazon or wherever like that, it's $29.95. in US dollars or $21.99 in English pounds. I will be selling some on the site signed, but they'll be a bit more expensive because they're signed. So there you go. I mean, Christmas is coming and the goose is looking pretty thin, man. I need to got kids to feed and stuff. And yeah. So my next two purchases will be a Widelux F8 and a Mac and a 670. Would love to get them from you. My problem is always customs crazy fees. Yeah, that is an unfortunate effect. You do have to deal with customs. We can make the customs burden less, and we can help work with you on that, but obviously there will be fees to pay. That's the way it goes. What do you think about the new Deluxe coming out? Old one or new one? Which would you pick? X-Pan 1 or 2? New Deluxe? The new Widelux? Oh, right, yeah. I haven't seen one. I've only heard about it. I have spoken to Silver Grain Classics. I would very much like to get my hands on one when they've got one ready, but no rush, you know. It looks like it's probably going to be quite expensive because they're going to make it properly. And if it's being made in Germany, yeah, it will be. Which one do you pick? Old one or new one? Don't know. Probably the old one. I don't know. I can't say I haven't seen the new one yet. So, and X-Pan 1 or 2? X-Pan 1. I mean, 2 isn't that much different. It's and it's a lot cheaper. So just the X-Pan 1. I've never seen an MP6 outside of yours. I've seen loads of them lately. Actually, there is a whole bunch of them online. So suddenly people have gone like, "Oh, it's worth some money. I need to sell it." Will you make a video OG Roll-i 35 with Leica mount? No, because I don't have anybody to make a video with. So no plans on making any new videos. Sorry about that. Is it real? Is what real? Is it real? Is what real? What's real? I don't know. Any good Hasselblad items on my site? Yeah, absolutely loads. Loads. I've got Hasselblad lenses. I've got tons of bodies. All of them have been serviced and CLA'd. I've got loads of Hasselblad stuff on the site now. Do come and check it out. Really good stuff. I work with a Hasselblad specialist store in Japan to supply cameras and lenses, and all of them before CLA before sale. All of them. So we make sure that they're good. Because we don't want people to, you know, have a terrible camera. Well, that looks a bit funny, doesn't it? There we go. Do you like your Millennium 35 Summicron's image quality, or do you have it to match the MP6? That's an interesting question, actually. That's a really interesting question. So I do like it, and I've had this particular lens in different iterations previously. But having said that, and it does match the MP6, which is cool. Perfect. I like that too. Having said that, if Leica did make a Type 4 King of Bokeh 35 black paint, I would take that over this lens. But they don't, so I don't. They do make a silver chrome one, and I thought about getting one and having it painted black, and then I thought, no, blasphemy, it's not really real, it's not the lens that goes with the camera, you know, and you're taking away that. In particular lens is pretty rare in chrome with the brass body, so it's not like it's a common lens, so I don't think we really need to paint them. You know, you see lots of people just getting a regular one of these, aspherical silver chrome Summicrons, and having them painted black paint. Fine, because there's tons of those lenses, but yeah, when it's not many of them out there, I tend to be a bit squirrely about having them painted. So yeah, but then again, at the end of the day, it's that person's lens, so if they want to do it, they want to do it. I'm not going to do it. If you'd have to make a guess, when will the new like HC analog train come? People getting bored of Instax. I don't know. Instax, I mean, I'm not bored of it, I just can't afford it. Especially with kids, man. Like they just do not get, how much it costs. And you're like, no, that's 150 yen each time you're doing that. Oh my goodness, it's $1 a shot, right? So I don't know what the next trend's going to be. I'd like to see, I'd like to just see more people shooting regular film. That would be the best. That would be great. Instax isn't true film in that sense, and I'm pissed off with Fuji for forcing that onto people as opposed to their peel aparts, and as opposed at the detriment of their other film, and that's what gets me, because Fuji have been not only death by 1,000 cuts with their film business, but greedy with it. You see the prices of Kodak here, and you think, oh my god, it's so expensive, and then you go, well, the dollar's really strong, imports expensive, shipping's expensive, there's duties to pay on it, it has to go to a distributor. Okay, I get it, I get why it's so expensive. And then you see the Fujifilm on the shelf, which is made in Japan, for the same price, and you're like, oh no, that's just price gouging, you're being dicks, that's just dickish, not so. Don't get me started on that company. I don't think I'll ever be able to work for them or with them. I think they probably hate me. It's good to know, actually. Yay, push-pull film, shoot box speed. I personally shoot box speed. No, it's not true at all. That's absolute nonsense. I push and pull film all the time. I like pulling portrait. I like pulling portrait when I can afford to buy the stuff, because it's so expensive. And I used to really like pulling the 160 VC and stuff like that, or pushing it even just a little bit was always good, and then developing it at box. How is your book doing? It seems to be doing quite well, actually. Thank you for asking. Really nice of you. It was #1 on the photography books section on Amazon the other day, for like a day. Now it's down to 3rd place. So for that brief moment of personal glory and ego and all of that, that was nice. It seems to be doing quite well. From what I understand from what it looks like, and people's feedback. I've seen a lot of people getting their books and they really like it, and that warms my heart. Thank you so much. So yeah, it seems to be doing all right. Thank you. Have you ever seen a Caulfield Periflex? I've been looking into British cameras history recently. I have not. I have not seen one of those before. No. Don't see many of the old British cameras here. You see some of the old tropical cameras here, but not many. Not many, though. A lot of it used to be that there was a lot of collectors of that sort of thing here, but a lot of them got old and passed away, and their collections either got forgotten about, rotted away, or were sold off or paired apart. I know that there was one collector in Tokyo who was very well known and collected wooden and tropical large format and all sorts of cameras from all over Europe, and his collection was sold to a museum in Norway, I believe, and it now resides there. There's also a whole bunch of rare British cameras that are in the JCH museum, which were gifted to them by another prominent collector from the old days. So that's pretty cool. Bellamy Hunt is here watching you. Well, that's me. Yeah, thank you. Any contacts? Got a contacts. There's a T2 available on the site. There's also an S2. I've got an S2, and I just sold an Aria. I just sold another S2 as well. So yeah, there's some contacts. Got some contacts lenses on the site as well. Some really nice ones too. CY stuff, all made in West Germany. So I've got those, so lovely optics. Kodak will close the factory for a month. Do you think we will we have to have a skyrocket in prices this time? No, I don't think so. This is planned. This is pre-planned, and they're doing it so they can increase capacity and production. So they knew this was going to happen. They've prepared for it. The last time we had a shutdown, it was COVID, and that wasn't planned, and that led to huge disruptions in the entire chain. I mean, it took me, I ordered film, and it took me a year to get my film after paying for it, because of all of that. Whereas this is different. I've also heard that Ilford are going to be doing something similar because they are building, from what I understand, a new facility to increase production. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I've heard through grapevine. If they are, awesome. Well done, Ilford. I'd love to come and see it. Fantastic. I think Lycra M is a dumb reason to spend the price of a car on sale. I think I can read that. It kind of gave me an aneurysm. Yeah. Yeah, look, I mean, if you can afford it, it's up to you. I never paid a huge amount of money for my Leicas. I got my personal Leicas back when they were not a ton of money, so I feel very lucky for that. I understand prices are high now, but if you can afford it, you're still getting a very high quality piece of photographic equipment. And that same goes for Mamias, and the same goes for the Rolleiflexes, and the same goes for, the Minoltas and the Machinas. So they're all high quality. You get what you pay for. What do you think of Ricoh as a poor man's Leica? Never considered it a poor man's Leica. I think Ricoh is an excellent brand with some really excellent cameras. Their SLRs, not such a huge fan, but their point and shoot cameras, yeah, and even their TLRs, really, really great cameras. So let's see, Ben, how much does Canto usually charge for a Leica M CLA and a repaint? Depends on the camera. Roughly 180,000 ish yen, but it depends on the work done. It can be a lot more if you have some wild color scheme or some unusual paint mix or engravings added and things like that. It can get a lot more pretty quickly. I think the most expensive one we did was about 400,000. Yeah, and it takes a couple of years now. It takes quite a while, so you have to wait. Mike is taking pictures. The book is great, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Means a lot to me. Yeah, I put a lot into it. I was really, really nervous as well when I first put it out. I was dreading that people would hate it. I did get some weird questions about it the other day, like, where's the table of contents? At the front. But I'm really proud of it, and I'm thankful to the people that helped me put this together. I've mentioned them in the back of the book. It means a lot that I've been able to have this opportunity. So the people like it as well. Just icing on the cake, really, isn't it? Thank you. Right, so I read an article earlier about the light meter on the M6 Classic now being repaired by a Dutch camera repair company. Yes, so I heard about that. It's the Amsterdam Camera Repair or something like that, ACR. And they've been working with a chap who's made the circuit boards. And it was just a matter of time. I knew it would happen, and I said it would happen. I literally said, this is something that's going to happen. You're going to see enterprising individuals with what is becoming much higher quality now, micro engineering. You can have PCBs and circuit boards made to exacting specifications for you, right? If you are skilled enough in electronic engineering, electronic design, then you can reverse engineer one of those and you can have them made for you. There's also companies, and now the quality of 3D printing has gone that much higher that there's going to be people that are going to be making parts. I've seen replacement winders, I've seen replacement levers, I've seen the tabs for M6 advanced levers being made. There's people making all sorts of bits for Leica cameras now, and it's going to creep into other brands as well, and you're going to see let's see, PPP in the UK, he did the X-Pan, the Hasselblad X-Pan eyepiece replacement, because that's a bugger. If you lose one of those, it's a nightmare, and there's going to be companies that do that. So I think it's the spirit of free enterprise. It's brilliant. and it helps keep these wonderful cameras alive. So I'm all for it. And to the guy who did that in Amsterdam or in Holland, kudos to you, well done. I'd love to see what you've done. I'd love to share it with people. So hey, hi Mike, hi Anthony, what's up guys? Where in Japan is best for retirement life? That depends, man. Do you like the ocean or do you like the mountains? See, I'd like to, I'd probably want to go and, retire somewhere in the mountains. I like the ocean, but typhoons in this country, they shit me up. So, yeah, I don't want to be near the ocean when there's an earthquake either. So I'm quite happy sticking up in the mountains. I think like somewhere, Karazawa is very popular as a retirement area, but Izu is also down. Izu on the coast, on the peninsula, is very, very popular as a retirement place. We don't have the Floridas here. We don't have that sort of thing, so thank goodness. Love Contacts. Still shooting with my T2 and G2. Yeah, I love Contacts too. I just I can't keep one. I don't need it. I've got my Roll I-35. I've got my Leica. I've got my R8, and I've got my Nikon S4. That's about it. It's pretty much all I need. I mean, I've got some others, but they're all in the secret safe. Yeah. So I have two Super Ricoflex TLRs, and they are nice cameras. They are very nice cameras. That generation of TLRs, there was Rolex Cords and Ricoflexes, and there was the Beauty Flexes and Minolta Cords and all sorts of things. You know, and they were wonderful. It was a beautiful time for cameras. You know, it was a great time for the consumer. Let's see. Going to Japan in February. How's the weather like in Feb? Cold. Yeah, it'll be cold. Not that cold. And you say Japan. I mean, Japan is a huge, long country. So in February, if you're going down in Okinawa, you could be still wearing a t-shirt. Whereas if you wear a t-shirt up in Hokkaido in February, you're going to die. So around Tokyo way, 2 to 5 degrees Celsius, maybe 8. It won't be that cold, but it won't be that warm either. Wear a jacket. Conflicting info. Can an M6 Classic non-TTL meter be fixed? That is what they're saying. They are saying that the Amsterdam Camera Repair, or whatever the company's name is, have developed the new unit for the meter that can be replaced on the Classic. Now this is the non-TTL version. We're not talking about the TTL version. So the non-TTL Classic cameras will be able to be replaced, and I believe they are offering repairs in store, or you can order the part for your local repair shop to have it put in for you. Or if you're capable, you can do it yourself. So that's what I'm hearing anyway, and that's what I'd like to see. I think that's great. So do you think we will see more brands making film cameras? I don't think we're going to see the likes of Nikon or Canon making one, unfortunately. It's just they're so Fuji definitely not. They're really controlled by the board and the shareholders now, and they wouldn't see enough of a return to justify doing it. I think Ricoh Pentax were able to do it because they're a smaller player and they could sort of justify a return there. But when it comes to the Nikons, they're huge companies, and they would want to sell volume of these cameras, and I think they would want to sell more volume than the market could perhaps bear. And bearing in mind that the Nikon now is not the Nikon it was of the old days, where they would put a new camera out every 12 years. Now they want a new camera out every 12 months. And if they start doing that with film cameras, no, it's a recipe for disaster, man. Yeah, they can. Yeah. So I don't think we're going to see them anytime soon, unfortunately. What is interesting though is we're going to see new companies, and that's what excites me. So expired film, 1 year, 2 years, etc. How much would you adjust ISO for, or does it not matter? From what I get and from what I hear, and my personal experience has been, it's like you adjust ISO for every decade, as long as you know it's been kept well, you know. So I've got some Scotch Chrome 1600 reversal in the fridge, and that's from like 1984 or something, you know. It's like it's old, man. So I think I'm gonna have to notch that one down to about 400 to get a result from it. We'll see. We'll see. Have you ever tried scanning film with these underlit bases with a macro lens from above and a digital camera? I haven't. I know lots of people that do, and there's those really interesting systems, Valio, and who else? Negative Supply. They've all got 35mmC's got one. They've all got their sort of systems. I haven't tried it. I do have the space. I don't have a digital SLR that I can use. I don't want to have to go and buy a macro. I know somebody did it, bought all of these lenses and tripods, and I was like, just buy a scanner, man. You know, but he was after really optimum quality, so Newton ring glass and all of this sort of stuff. And yes, the quality of his scans was extremely high, but it was a lot of faffing around. I mean, if you've got the time, fair enough. I don't have the time for that, so that's how it goes. Good job. I follow you from Senegal. Wow, cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I think you asked you a while back about repairing GF670. Turns out Phototech in Poland has designed a new flex cable for the shutter, common failure for them. Can also do new bellows for them. My experience with Phototech has not been that great. So I'm going to take that with a pinch of salt. You know, up until recently, I brokered repairs for the GF670 with Fujifilm, and I used to get lots and lots and lots and lots of people's cameras repaired. And the most common failure by far was people closing the door without setting it to infinity and bending the door arms. That was the biggest failure I saw every time. And you know, if a company wants to start, you know, making those or repairing that bit, I think people would be eternally grateful. So, you know, maybe if you're out there listening somewhere, somebody perhaps try and fix that bit, because Fuji isn't going to help you, unfortunately. So I'm considering I'm considering to bring either Canon P or F1 to Japan. Which is more suitable for Japan? What things I should consider? Both of them are suitable. Both of them are fine. I mean, they're both great cameras. It depends which one you want to use more. Yeah, it depends. I mean, if you've got more rangefinder lenses, bring the rangefinder. If you've got more SLR lenses, bring the SLR. But either one would be absolutely great or fine for Japan. And if not, you can always buy lenses for them here. There's tons of them. So, Anthony, you here? Yes, Nick. People are having conversations in my messages. What is going on? Okay, yo, buddy. I got a traditional Nikon F with eye level finder. What 3 vintage auto Nikon S lenses would you recommend? A 50, a 35, and a 28. There you go. All bases covered, just about. I think most bases covered. So, yeah. That would. I mean, the auto lenses, I have less of them. I'm usually more of an AIS or an AI guy, so I don't have many of the pre-AI. But yeah, cool. Yeah, just get yourself a fit. If you want to get a bit wider, maybe a 21, but that gets more expensive. So, I'm capable. Cool. What? Are you watching the achievements of Glue Bennett of Lyrical Lemonade? No, no. In fact, I don't actually know much about that entire sentence. Sorry. I'm putting out a new film cam, an ultra large format pinhole just for wet plates. 30 by 60 inches. That's enormous. Kudos to you, man. That's huge. Let's see. One stop for every 10 years past expiration works for me, and I shoot loads of expired. Yes, listen to Steve. He does shoot loads of expired film. I've seen him. Tons and tons of it. Yes, absolutely. 10 years, one stop for every 10 years. That sounds about right. Yeah, good stuff. Expired color negative plus one stop per decade. Slide box speed. Black and white box speed. Interesting. Okay. What's your advice to moving to Japan as non-Japanese? Learn Japanese. Couldn't be clearer. Yeah, at least make sure you've got some, and when you come here, and be prepared for a lot of bureaucracy. Yeah, having everything stamped in triplicate and having the bank go, oh no, sorry, we understand that we have your blood on record and fingerprints, but you can't take any money out without one of these little sticks. Sorry, you know, there are frustrations. Things are done very much to the rule book, and it doesn't like to be bent. As long as you get that, you'll probably be fine. And also, moving to Japan as a non-Japanese, you need to have a job. You can't just turn up here. You need to have a job lined up, or you need to have some kind of visa, like a spouse visa, work visa, something like that. So it's not easy to get here, but once you get here, it's not that bad, and it's pretty nice living. So there you go. I could go into much more detail, but it would be a very, very long video. So I'm still sad that JCH ran out for the meantime. I have 2 more left in my stash now. I feel like I've got to save it for a God occasion. That's what I'm doing with mine as well. I'm saving it for like the real occasion. I don't know when that will be. Is Addox actually making new colour film, or is it going to be another Ferrania? I don't know anything really about Addox. They don't talk to me. I don't think they're actually making, well, they themselves won't be. They'll be having somebody like Innovis make it for them. If they are making one. What do you think about the Besserell camera? I think it is a brilliant camera, which is good value for money, easy to use. The only drawback and letdown on that camera is the shutter, because once it's broken, it's broken. And that's that, which is a shame. What's special about the 20mm UD Nikkor? Don't know. 20mm UD. I don't think I've ever actually shot that one. Yeah, the UD. No, I haven't shot that one. I know of it, but I don't know. I couldn't say why it's special. Not when I think about other special lenses that Nikon have made, of which they've made a great many. But generally, with a Nikon lens, you can't go wrong. Apart from the kit lenses that came on their digital cameras and stuff, you know, apart from those crappy kit lenses, pretty much everything they made was good. Even some of the zooms are excellent. Some of the kit zooms from the F5, F6 generation are a bit shit as well. So, but there you go. You can't have it all. But generally, as an overall, I think they've made some absolutely incredible lenses. So, looks like I'm going to have to actually go and do some work instead of sitting here and talking to all of you lovely people. I've got books I need to ship. I've got cameras I need to ship. So, yes, if you want a camera, come and hit me up. Check out the site. Then I'm going to put the links in, everything in the bio. This is going to go up on YouTube as well, so you'll be able to watch it on there. I'll put links for that. I'll put links to the book. Thank you again to Chronicle Chroma for letting me do this. What's the worst medium format SLR in your opinion? The worst. Oh, that's a hard one. I'm gonna say, not because it's a bad camera, but the Bronica SQR or whatever it is, just because they're so prone to breaking and you can't really repair them. But they're not bad cameras. So I couldn't really say the worst. I don't think there's worst cameras, you know. I'm not, yeah. Thank you. You're Zenith. No, Zeniths aren't bad. Zeniths are good. So yes, thank you very much. Make sure you come check out the site. Come and buy a camera. Really would like you to buy a camera or a lens. Got tons of them. I'll put all the links, everything. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Please come and get my book and keep on shooting film. Thank you all once again. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.